There we go.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Patty. Um, so this is the uh what is it, December 23rd
My third,
regular meeting.
well, budget right now,
But
but
yeah, 6 o'clock budget meeting before the regular meeting. Um, roll call currently is Terry, Carl, and Isaac of the select board. Terry Redfield, Carl Hayes, and Isaac Yackel on Zoom. Jenny of the Treasury and Patty on Zoom as well.
okay.
Um, let me get my agenda up.
We'll say what, 6:00?
6:09 start time. Patty, I had a question real quick. Um, in one of the columns, this is on Vermont Highway, so 120201. I had written in a number that we thought we were going to get, but then a question mark behind it, and that jumped it out of whatever algorithm this sheet is in. So it doesn't total it into the budget at the bottom.
Right.
Do you know how I go back and undo that problem?
So you can just click on that cell and just put the number in without the question mark.
Okay, 55,000. But then it doesn't do it. It's still
So go up to the top and do edit clear contents.
edit.
In your Excel menu at the top,
Yeah,
edit,
insert, edit. Like
and then
way, okay, edit
and
cell
then
as formula.
edit, then clear. So you hit edit now, the menu, look down the menu, it says
Gotcha.
clear.
Yep, I think I
And go
got
to
it.
the right, and then go to the right, contents
Okay.
in that cell, and then if you type it in, that should work.
Okay. Yep. That looks like all the right numbers now. All right. Thank you very much. Um, all right. So where are we elsewise? We did,
Oh, I know, Patty, we had a question mark about copier expense for
Yeah.
20. Yeah, do we need any money in there?
Well, you need some money in case we need to get it, in case it breaks down, right? So that's what I've had the 250 for, or if we need, yeah, that's what it's for. I've not had to call for service, but the copier tells me I should call for service, but I know it's just one of those things where they reset it when they come in. It's like
mhm.
a cleaning or something, but
Mhm.
we don't have a service person, so I haven't called anybody. When it really breaks, then I'll call somebody.
And is
But
that
it's,
then going to a slush fund or is it just like goes into general surplus?
Well, yeah, if we didn't spend it, it would go in general surplus or get
Okay.
used on something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
you might have to do the clear contents thing again with that.
Okay. Can you tell me the line item on that?
1302,
83. I'm sorry.
yeah,
1303?
130209.
130208.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh
No,
nine. One
no,
three
oh
oh two
nine.
oh nine.
Yep, got it. Thank you very
I'm
much.
not sure what's wrong with this spreadsheet, because it shouldn't be doing that. It should be, like Patty said, you just get rid of it and type over if it's having an issue.
So we're putting in 250 there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to edit cell as a formula, or am I just doing
Then go down to clear,
clear? Yep.
and to the right, there's another menu, go down to contents. Edit clear contents.
Edit clear content. I have a clear all button, but I really don't want to press it in case everything disappears.
Yeah, it might screw up the format even if you do that, so.
Text.
Yeah,
time
and
you-
if it's,
I'm sorry, Patty, go ahead.
no, if you can't, I mean, put the numbers in and if you need to, you can send it to
Yeah.
me and I can
No,
fix
yeah, I
it
think
and
it
send
did
it
work.
back.
Okay, I think it did work. When I type in 250, the total at the bottom goes up by $250. So it definitely works.
So, yeah, I was gonna say the same as Patty, you know.
Okay.
We're both pretty good with Excel spreadsheets.
Great. Yeah. All right. I think I got it. So do we want to keep moving down that line to mileage at 130214? Is the last number I have.
Yeah, why not? Keep going.
So, the mileage thing was hopefully gonna go away for, at least what the treasurer uses for next year and even this year. Because we were gonna go to the, automatic check reader so that there wouldn't be as many trips to the bank.
Okay.
But the check reader got canceled and it has to be reordered, but there right now seems to be a little issue with the operating system on the treasurer's computer. And I haven't been able to see what new check readers would be compatible with that. So it's on hold right now. So we.
I'm sorry, Jenny. Go ahead. You finish and then I'll ask my question.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we could still put some money in for that, and if it turns out that, we'll still need to use some, if it turns out that I'm able to figure out the check reader before the end of this year, we won't probably need as much.
Okay.
If it can't get figured out, it's probably gonna need a new computer or operating system and a check reader, so,
Mhm.
it's a little.
So yeah, the question is, are you working with Windows 10 or Windows 11?
I don't know. I have a note to check what the operating system is, and I haven't had
Because
a chance.
you can upgrade to 11 for free, which is the current operating system from 10.
Right.
And so that's when we've done the computers that I work with, I've just updated them and there's been no issues.
Okay.
So we probably need like 1,000 anyway, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, at
The
least.
last year, the last number I have in there from last year was 372. Is it more than that now?
That's only for a quarter.
Okay.
So because the mileage rate per reimbursement keeps getting higher, that's why it's higher. So if you did 372, just say times 4.
Yep.
It's like $1,500 or $1,600.
Yep. Okay.
So you could stick, it's up to you guys, you could stick something in there for now and I'll check the operating system if I have a chance before the next meeting.
Okay.
Go with 1,000?
At 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1,000 is not gonna cover it if we need it.
That would be, it would cover it for half a year, giving you time to figure out a check reader, is the idea? Or would you rather it be fully covered in case?
Well, that's up to you guys. Just know that, if the check reader doesn't pan out, we're gonna go over budget, that's all.
Yeah, it'd be
So there might be other.
500 over or
Yeah,
something.
right.
I think it would be
Yeah,
all
so-
right.
So leaving it 1,000? With our hopes on figuring out a check reader.
Yeah.
Okay. Office security. We have budgeted, that's just our alarm system, is that Patty? And that,
Yeah, I think, Jenny, did it go up this last time for the
Yeah,
last 3 months?
I'm gonna, look it up right now. Was it 130215?
yeah,
It was
Yeah, 215. Yeah.
215.
130215.
Yeah, so let's see. So,
Because they must store it on the cloud, right? Store all the videos.
108 is what we pay per a quarter.
180. I think it used to be 175 or
Oh,
no,
no,
75 a month or something.
108, Patty. 108.
Okay,
Yeah.
108. All right.
A
Oh
quarter
yeah, 30
or a
something.
month?
No, 30 something a month. That's what it was.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think that did go up. But whatever.
So
So
it's
4 times that.
430. We have budgeted 500. That seems accurate. Keep it at 5 in case something happens.
Looks like a good number.
So what I've heard through the grapevine is storage like that, because I'm sure the price is them storing all of our video on the cloud. Storage is becoming incredibly valuable and expensive because of AI and all the AI farms that they're making, buying up all the like cloud storage basically.
So yeah, so just that is not storage. That's just the monitoring of the alarm system.
Okay.
And the people who do that, the storage for our cameras is in-house on a hard drive in my office.
Great.
And it just gets overwritten. Once it gets full, it overwrites.
Gotcha.
But
Great.
it records 24/7.
All right. Excellent.
Postage.
Postage. Looks like 2000's a little under budget. We got
I agree. Especially since postage keeps going up.
Yeah, and with the town report and
Yeah.
probably out of there.
looks like we might bump it to 2500. If it was 2500 on the 2 years ago, 24 or I guess 3 and then 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about there is an option on the town report that a lot of towns are doing now is you do need to have a vote on it, but it is to the townspeople vote to be notified that the town report is ready and in certain places. So then it's basically just a postcard that goes out to every person instead of the report itself, which cuts down on a lot. And then the people have to come and pick up a report either at wherever they are located. So that's an option to save money if the board is interested, but the town needs to vote to agree to have that type of notification for the town report. So that would be something you'd need to think about putting on the ballot if you wanted to do that for this budget year.
Okay. So
And it's usually about $1,000, I think, when maybe it's less.
What else is the town post?
So it's 5 or 6, it's $200 for the $200 or $300 for the permit, and then it's $300 or $400 for the actual mailing, right? So that's like almost $700. But if you didn't have the bulk mailing permit, it would cost you probably $1,500 to mail out what we mail out.
Okay.
So anyway, that's just my input on that.
Okay. So that would, in the long run, what we'd be saving about $1,000
I would say you could save $1,000
by putting it on the agenda, putting it on the ballot this year, saving 1,000 next year, basically.
Yeah, and I could have
mail them out this year.
I could have another clerk, send me the language that goes on the ballot if the board is interested in it.
Okay. What do you think? Is that something we're interested in?
I think this cheap money just to mail these to the people, but for the amount of taxes they're paying, that's the least they can do.
Yeah. It does, like, another barrier to access to the town report seems not fishy, but it does seem like, it is another barrier, so less people will end up with it in their hands. I do agree with that.
That's what they do with the school. They leave piles of them here and there, but I think people should get them if they're interested. Hopefully they look at it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's relatively cheap money.
Okay. So I think that is fine, leaving that. Um, on to legal. Oh, so I guess just to clarify, then I put in 2,500. Is that what we want for postage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On to legal. Been a 5,000.
I think that's good. Is library will have some legal, but we never know. That's probably
So,
good.
right. And that also probably just goes to the general surplus if it's not used.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, 5,000 seems like an interesting, like not enough to probably cover any legal if there actually were any legal fees.
And
Um,
go fast, yeah.
yeah. So I guess leave it just because there's no other better option. Uh-huh. Interest expense. I don't know what that would be. Looks like we have,
Borrowing tax anticipation money that we used to borrow in advance on the
Mhm.
budget and that, but haven't funded that anyways.
Haven't had to, yeah, a long time.
All right. So we leave that blank again. I have 1,500 already for web maintenance. Is that correct, Patty?
Yes, that's what I requested. It's
Okay.
12 something for the service itself, 12.20 or something like that. And then I just had a little extra in case we needed, well, we have hosting, which is a little extra, and then another little extra in case we had some kind of issue where we had to pay for something.
Yep. Okay.
That's down from the 3,500 last budget year.
Right, last year was when we redid the
To-
whole
to build
website
it.
and that cost
I mean, the new
extra.
website, yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually it cost 2,500. We had thought it would cost 3,500, right? It cost 2,500.
Okay. Great. Office maintenance, we haven't budgeted for a while. Was that the old when we were renting from the
Yes.
Historical Society? Okay.
Are we going to start funding that again?
Tax map.
Yeah, or do we have that all in some other category that we're gonna have some maintenance to do, cleaning and whatnot?
Right. Oh,
or-
right. Because now it's this office maintenance, right? Didn't we change that to? There's a different line item now.
There's maintenance and utilities for the town office.
Town office utilities and maintenance 130602. I guess we put everything in there, right?
So we stopped using 130222 and use 13.
It was something big, and I don't know if we could use it, but still have about $45,000 in the building reserve for the town building.
Can we move that over to the town garage building that we have to build?
No, we want to keep it for solar.
Oh, yeah, right,
Hopefully.
yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
What did you say that one too?
One, right now, the town office is 13060, no, 130602.
30602. General. So we have general management fees, loan payment, and utilities and maintenance, all for the town office. Yep.
Yeah,
I'd say we move to that, right? And we could get rid of this office maintenance line item. Is that
Yeah, just leave it,
Zero it out.
zero it out for now in case, yeah.
okay? Sounds good. Zeroed out. tax map updates. We haven't budgeted.
So usually the listers do it every other year, so this would be an update year. Last
Okay.
time, if you'll see in 2023, we budgeted for it, but they didn't do the update, and they did the update in 2024, which meant that it cost us another $1,200. So basically $1,200 a year, right? So that's how the firm does it. So if you do it, I don't know. I mean, the listers didn't ask for it, but we're not getting a redo of reappraisal till 2029. I think we have to keep that tax map piece maintained in between, and those things change. It's surprising how many changes there are between when you wait 2 years.
Right, yeah, and we've had a lot of properties.
Yeah. So you said the average would be 1,200. If we just budgeted 1,200 every year, it would take up.
Well, they gave you a contract that they wanted last time they did it for the board to do it every year. It was not 1,200. I think it was 1,800. But I would suggest, I mean, if you were going to budget for them, whether or not the listers do them or not is a whole nother story. I wouldn't budget for them unless I knew the listers were planning to do the update, which would be not this, it would start this spring and finish in the summer, so that it would go into the next budget year, right? But it makes no sense to budget for it if they're not actually if they're not planning on doing it in the next budget year. If they're not planning on doing that work and contacting the mapping guy, this is a lister project, and getting all those ducks in a row for him, then it's not.
Okay.
So it's a question someone needs to ask the listers, is the bottom line.
Sounds
Just
good.
could put in, say, 2,000 and see if they're gonna do it, and if not, I guess we take it out.
Zero it out.
Well, if we didn't do it last year, it should be done.
Right, but this is for 2027.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be till 27, and then we got, in 2 years, we should have a reappraisal 29, which we won't get till 30 probably, right?
Only put 3,000 in there.
3,000? Yeah, I mean 2,000 wouldn't have covered it when they did do it. So I'll do the 3,000. I'll put the little question mark in there, mess up the algorithm as a reminder that
Over
we need
in
to
the
contact.
notes column, Isaac, you can put the question mark.
Okay. The notes.
Yeah. And put a note. I'll try to remember, but maybe you'll remember, Isaac. Just send a note to Sally or to MTS listers.
Where's the notes column?
And say
One
that,
column over from gray, one column to the right of the last gray column.
Oh, look at that. So
Column
fancy.
Y.
Okay. Contact Sally about
we do tax, so we budgeted for it. We think they should be done.
okay. Sounds good. So I have 3,000 in there with a note to contact her and figure it out. Lister expenses, they asked for a certain amount this year, didn't they? For
That was for time, increasing their budget.
wasn't there also they needed to get a certification this year? There's like a level 1 certification, so they needed a dollar amount for classes for getting that certificate.
Right?
Yeah, but that's under their.
It's under their budget.
Okay, this is different. Okay.
Well, under their budget, you mean line item?
Yeah.
Where the salaries are?
130105.
Yeah, that's for payroll.
Yeah, we went to 8,000 to
Oh,
cover.
should we change? We should change that up then, right? Because that's just payroll.
No, we did.
We went up 1,000. I
What
think.
they estimated they need extra to cover the classes they had to take.
They don't
And we-
need to pay for the classes then, Carl? Is that the point? That's what we're trying to get at.
Yeah, so
The
if we-
classes are free, it's just extra time?
That was my understanding of what they asked for.
Oh, I see. I don't know. Yeah, do they,
Right,
so
so
they want to be
there,
paid to
But I
go to
think-
the classes?
I think this lister expenses is if they go to conferences and stuff and.
And it's also for their software, their postage, for when they do their grievance things, if they go to conferences.
So
Although
we should,
sometimes the conferences are under, the town conference line item. So it's
right,
more like postage, there's something with NIMRIC that they get charged every year, and there's a Apex software, so that's what goes under there.
so we
Okay.
should put something in there, continue to fund it, I believe.
They're the lister expenses.
Yeah, because they'll still have those expenses.
Yeah.
600 seem to have covered it so far.
Yeah, I agree, Carl.
So stay with
so-
600.
So last year or 2 years ago it was 1,200. Last year, halfway through the year, it was 500 already. Is that correct?
Let me see what the 1,200
yeah, I'm wondering if one of their things went up by a lot, which I'm sort of kind of remembering. But I don't,
2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't see it, but I've only got the 3 years.
Oh, so yeah, this is on the updated, like the updated end of year from 2020.
600.
The 1,200 for 2025, let's have a look.
Yeah, I wonder if what they have to pay for the classes. I don't have the email that Sally sent Robin. I don't think. But I wonder if they have to pay for the classes or they want to be paid for the time that they spend at the classes, right? And then it would change which line item it's under.
Yeah, that's what I recall, that it was the hours that they're needed to put in to get the certification.
Gotcha.
That was
Okay.
gonna be added to their workload.
Yep.
That's why we had to increase the line item to compensate it.
Sure. Was 800 and we only increased it then by 1,000.
Yeah,
Was that enough? Probably not enough.
well, they never use all their money.
Yeah, that's what we
In
talked
wait,
about.
in wait.
Okay, gotcha.
and that there was also some, I do believe, reserve funds that we could use for some of their work too. I think was the discussion, so that's why we stayed at 8.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay.
So let's keep it at 6 unless we hear something different from the next month.
600.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put a question mark in the notes. Because that'll just be the same email with Sally, just asking her about that. Okay. Do we feel good about that that grouping, the 1302s? Looks pretty good.
We feel good about everything now until we look at how the whole thing rolls up, and then we
Okay.
have to go back maybe, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
So on to solid waste, 130300. What do we have? Trash compost haul. Set at 22,000 last year.
Where are we at so far this year?
And just see.
Eight
I think-
8,676 is the number I have in as of 11:30.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if we got an update here. Plug into the 1303.
It looks like it's still a good number, probably.
Okay. And then wages, solid waste wages. Why is that separate than salaries, I guess? Like, we just don't have
Right.
a line item up there.
Because it's just all within the solid waste world.
Okay.
I think that's how. Can we go back to the,
130300.
yeah, so through, today's bills, we've got 94.50 in, so that's July, August, 6 months. So double that would be 19,000.
Okay.
But I don't know if,
And the year before was 17,600.
um,
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
anticipate,
so 22 seems pushing it to
I,
me.
I wouldn't think, trucking or anything isn't likely to go down, generally speaking.
So if it was 17.6, this last year it might be 19 something. It stands to reason that this year could be 21.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was mixing that whole thing up with, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think
Go on,
22
go on.
seems good.
Okay, go ahead.
Solid waste wages with if we're calculating 3% increase, do we just do the 3% onto the 10,500 from last year?
Or let's look at how, because that was just kind of a guesstimate.
Mm-hmm.
Last, I think, we've got about 4,900 now in 6 months, so
4,900
about, yeah,
times the 2
so, yeah.
times the 0.03. So yeah, about 10, I mean, it's 10,094. This seems pretty accurate then, 10,500.
Yeah,
In reducing it to just one day, it has cut the salaries down some.
Sure. Yeah. It's an extra 2 hours, right? And so it's instead of
Well,
like
it's
on
6 to 2 is the 8 hour
8
day
hours
where it was,
instead of 12.
where it was 2 6s, but
exactly.
the rate of pay is much.
Rate of pay is creeping up. So we're good
Yep.
with the 10.5?
It seems like it's working out that way.
so she'll still get the increase that everybody else gets, but it'll stay within that budget.
Right.
Yep. So other sanitation 130303.
Yeah, that's our half of the porta potty, I believe.
Must be something else too.
Must be something else in there for a couple of years, yeah.
Maybe repairs.
Do you want me to look?
808.
What do we have this year? Are we more in line where we should be this year?
It seems like it's going to be about, well, is the 808, that's
For
from a
repairs.
quarter of the year, right? Or is that half of the year? The last number I have in that column is $808.
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
I was just looking up the 1303 why it was so high. I think it was repairs like Patty said. What else is in here?
Yeah, going back all the years, it looks like it's oftentimes overshot.
But mostly it's, there's a swag thing in here for, mostly it was Duran.
Yeah, that's the porta potty.
Mm.
And then 23, 24 is when we had repairs. Oh, then we had repairs last year, state line electrical. There was another swag thing.
Okay, yeah, last year, that would have been when they dug up I don't know why it went into sanitation, but when they hit the
Well,
electric.
because it's not, Terry, it's not actually sanitation, it's just SWAC, it's solid waste other. But
Oh, yeah,
most of the time,
trench, yeah,
that's where the porta potty number also goes. So it's
right.
there as
Other.
like an additional explanation, but
Sorry, I didn't see you
if
there,
you
Sean.
have,
Welcome.
if you have,
Oh, Sean's
like
wants to comment.
like the repairs, the other parts are if you have fees for electronics, those are those SWAC numbers and batteries and those
All
things that we get charged for, they go in there. So you
right,
don't know what that's going to be.
all right.
So then your question, Isaac, was where are we at now?
Yeah,
863.
for half of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Gotta be like,
that's more in line. It's a little bit low. But then
mhm.
you look back a year or two and it's 200, 2,600, 4,000.
Yeah, we had a couple of years ago when the thing broke down and we had them here fixing it a couple times. And then one time a whole year went by and they sent us a bill. They apologized because they never sent a bill, whatever. So that was like $1,500. So anyway, that looks like a decent number.
We like 1,500.
Fifteen
Yeah,
hundred.
let Sean in. Or does
He did let Sean in. He was there a minute ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's just muted. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if we like 1,500, we can move to, well, but then the next line item is SWAC fees.
Yeah, that's a,
SWAC fees is different.
Okay.
yeah,
Then
that's
SWAC bills.
fair due. We got a letter on that and I don't remember what it was, but
You might want to call it dues because that's what it's called. If you change it to
SWAC
dues.
dues.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's probably about the same. I don't remember. I'd have it in, they sent a budget.
It went up a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it goes up a little bit I didn't print it off. I don't know. I don't
So
think
it goes up every year, and we also budget about $50 more every year, seems like, and that was right on track.
almost seems to me it was like 4173, but that could just be some other number sticking in my head for some reason.
Go to 42.
Okay.
I can look it up.
So there's
I'm
an
looking
actual
it up
number.
right now.
There's a
I'm
number
looking
that
it
they
up.
want.
No, thank you, Patty.
Maybe I am. Well, I just had an invoice, but that's not what you're looking for. Annual report.
Yeah, not too long ago, October, I believe, maybe. So we might have got it in November.
Yeah, 4.2 seems more in line because this last year, um, based on that number, 2,064 that I have in there, it'd be $4,130 for last year's.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Middletown Springs dues. 4,239.
4239.
Oh, should I do 4.25?
Yeah, 4,239.96. So it's gone up for us by $111.
Okay,
Yeah, go 4250.
42.50. And solid waste electric 130305.
So Isaac, that's a little misleading, that small number now, because it'll get bigger in
Okay,
the winter because the trucks plug in
okay.
over by the transfer station, I think. Is that
Yeah.
right, Carl?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so that's probably 1,500 is probably good, isn't it?
Okay. 1,500. Well, the price isn't going down.
No, it isn't.
Um, okay, on to non-regular trash disposal.
Yeah,
Big dump day.
that's our big dump day.
Okay. So we budget for big dump day and then don't we have a line item for income as well for that? Or
Under the solid waste, but not separately.
okay. Okay. Um, five
And that's
does 5,000 seem right again then? We did 4,300 last year, probably about 5,000 this year.
by
I believe
two.
we do have, income under special trash fees for that. 120,407.
1,204,7.
So it's costing us more to have the
Yeah,
event than what we take in.
yeah, yeah. And we,
So sorry, you were right. We're saying it'll generate $1,500, but we charge 5,000 for it, or we budget 5,000 for it.
we generate 1,500, but we pay 5,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that enough?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, you never know.
Because some of it's offset by the metal.
Before back here.
Yeah,
Still stay at 5.
It looks like we're about on par with if it was 2471 for half the year, it's just under 5, basically.
Well, the
Last year.
springtime one's the bigger one.
yeah, usually a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Go to 55.
Yeah, why not?
55.
55. All right. And solid waste recycling. Last item, 07.
We have 5166 now and for 6 months instead of 4478.
Okay. So that's about
That's pretty, yeah, that looks pretty good. 12 looks good.
okay. Great. There it is. We already did insurance, I think, right? Do you like those? Those numbers were all what you gave us, right?
And you updated the workers' comp, right?
To 11,500.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay.
And what were the two numbers?
Okay, so property liability, 23,000. And then below that is 620 for unemployment and workers' comp, 11,500. Mhm. Moving on to miscellaneous 130500 under general expenses. Seems like $1,000 is fine. It's one of those line items that just catches all, right? In-
We'll look it up just to give us an idea.
Can you give us an idea of what gets charged to that line item, Jenny? Do you have that information?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Probably anything we just
Zoom,
don't know.
and if you ever want to see for yourselves, there's a, in the meeting room, there's a book that has detailed transactions by category.
Okay.
I'm looking it up on the computer right now. Let's see. So. Yeah, it looks like we've been putting Zoom on there, which is about 150 a year. Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly from this recap.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just a catch-all.
Yeah. So it seems like it's the kind of thing if there's room in it for some like for say your credit card reader, right? Like because there was room in the office supplies, you could use that, but if there wasn't, you could use the miscellaneous. Is that kind of
Well, no, not really,
no?
because
Okay.
there is an office supply line item, you really need to put what's in there. You have to apply an office supply to that line, even if it makes it go over or not.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yep.
this is the thing, like, we don't have a category for Zoom, where does that go to?
Sure. Okay.
Looks like it's a good number.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems fine, right? Because it catches, so if there's something that goes way over that, then we make a new line item for it next year, right? Basically.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to make too many line items, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They just,
I don't know. These numbers, this Excel sheet just keeps going.
yeah.
Limitless.
But anyway, so that miscellaneous line item is for something where we have no other categories that will fit into.
Okay. So let's keep it at 1,000. VLCT dues.
I don't remember what that was, but it should be pretty similar to that.
Okay.
I got it.
Pretty similar, but it is going up every year. Should we increase it to 24?
Yeah, it goes up a little bit every year. So.
So I'll put 24 in there.
Twice a year it goes up.
Okay. Planning commission dues.
Is that what you did, 2350?
Oh, I did 2,400. Do you want me to do 2,350?
24 is fine.
24 is fine.
Okay. Planning commission dues. Did we get a something for that? I guess $1,000 has been pretty steady for a while, huh?
Yeah, looks like
I
it.
don't know if they spend it.
Yeah, they should. Well, they didn't spend it this year, but they should have spent.
Terry, I think you may have those documents in your appropriations folder that have the numbers.
Yeah, and I looked through it. I was looking for some of them. Rutland County tax looks like the tax rate is 0.00524.
Off the Grand West, right?
Off the grand list, yeah. 6% increase year to year on their budget. Da, 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 da. So
6% on 8,000, another 500.
probably.
Sorry, this is for the dues still, the planning commission dues?
No, Rutland County tax.
Rutland County tax. Okay, so we're at 8,000. We want to do 8,000 times 6%.
Would be another 450.
Yeah, 480. 8,500 then? 8,500. We've been pretty consistently above, like, okay, yeah, 8,500.
Next one's the one we save money on.
Yeah, but
Don't look at me. Not really.
Library reserve fund.
Oh,
we can leave that at 0 this year.
Yes,
Um,
that was the conversation last year, I think.
Last time.
$0 in the old reserve fund or facilities reserve.
For the library specifically?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
130504.
Zero.
Okay. Public notices. What's that? Is that the warning I do every week?
It's if you wanna hire somebody and put it in newspapers or whatever, where you have to pay.
No. I'll provide that service for free.
Yeah, well,
The papers don't.
the newspapers don't.
Yeah.
Like we haven't used it.
We don't need to put it in a newspaper, right? We're doing what we do legally need to do. Post it in 3 places and
No, no.
48 hours before.
This is for, well, if we're going to dispose of property, we need to publicly notify. If we're gonna, like, they'd asked about getting rid of the old library, that has to be a public notification.
I think
In a-
the statute actually says newspapers of common circulation or something like that. I think it specifically says newspapers.
Okay. So maybe we do want to fund that with something?
Yeah, you want to leave something in there.
Okay, public notice. Well, what does it cost to put an ad in the newspaper these days?
About 300 to 500.
$7,000. No.
Twenty.
Let's go
Just
500.
go 500. That's good.
500.
Number we had before.
Is there money left, Jenny, that you're saying they haven't used it in a while? Does it just sit there in that line or no?
No, it goes away at the end of the year. But we haven't put it,
Oh,
it didn't get funded for this year that we're in.
oh, gotcha.
And we funded it for the year before that, but we didn't use it, and
Hmm.
every year before that.
So, right, that is kind of the confusing for me to understand. Right now, we're doing the budget for 26 starting in July to 27 ending in July, right? So does
Ending.
June 30th. Yeah.
does that $500 that we're budgeting for that year, so does that mean we want to wait until then to start advertising for selling the library, or we were also talking about wanting to sell it before that date anyway?
No, we want to sell it as soon as.
They won't be in the new one till at least June,
Right.
July,
Okay.
so they won't be out of the building.
Right. It probably wouldn't matter, but even if it fell in this year, you already made this budget. So you just have to figure out the money from wherever. I mean, it just wouldn't come to
Yeah,
that
we would be
line.
over budget in that line item,
Yeah.
that's probably it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
so like it comes out in the wash, kind of, but we're still trying to keep it in the right
Yeah.
year.
Budget year, so you can't like chalk it up to that yet, but it might not happen until that budget year. We'll see.
But if it happens before it, it happens before it, and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
put it in as an actual number, even though we didn't budget.
We're good.
Then we can move on to Old Cemetery.
You want to keep that up a little, Patty? 5,000 again? And
this is, most of that money is for
most, that's lawn mowing.
Yeah.
lawn mowing, so it has nothing to do with what I do.
What was our proposal last?
Yeah.
What did we get for this summer?
It was the same as last year. I don't remember off the top of my head.
But they whacked every mowing, right?
Yeah, you wax every
But-
one because,
It was every 2 weeks, two and two.
and then we had exceptionally dry summer where we didn't mow for practically 2 months. We
Right.
over in Pleasant View, so
So 5
five's probably good.
Leave it at 5.
should be plenty.
What's that?
Should be 5,000 should still be plenty.
Great. We will leave it at 5. Firehouse Facilities Reserve, next line item.
I would just say it's also after 7. Do you have to change meetings or something, or you just keep going? I don't know what you do.
We can quit.
I'm just saying. I just noticed it's a little bit after 7. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean,
At least finish this category.
Yeah, I don't care.
yeah, I would like to. Yeah, the Facilities Reserve.
We still been funding the firehouse.
25,000 in the budget.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Now, this is the one that you're here for, so.
Oh, is the library? I don't know. I don't see that.
Yep.
I don't have.
So we're up next. The next one is the library, which last meeting, which
Yeah.
wasn't a meeting, but last discussion, Carl, the number that we got from the library was 58,740.
Well, don't write it down yet because it changed.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we did, here, I mean, I didn't
I
email
was gonna say the taxes look pretty good.
you guys, oh, you checked the taxes, that part didn't change, so that's good now. So we did, I don't know if you have your thing from last time, Isaac, I don't know if you got an email, but anyway, we made some changes in the fundraising and the annual appeal lines. So the ask from the town is $3,900 less, so it's 54840.
5, 4.
Very good.
Thanks for reading.
Sorry, 54840.
Yeah, 54840.
54,840.
Yeah. So $3,900 less than the last time.
And that came out of being able to fundraise more. Is that correct?
Yeah, we upped the Friends of the Library contribution a little bit. They're sort of like baseline budget contribution. We assume that's going to be okay. And then the fundraising, there was up 1,200 in fundraising, partially because we just sort of upped the goal a little bit, but also because we realized there was a math, like the expenses were taken out of the profit, but they were also added at the bottom as like a debit. So we accounted for them twice.
Good catch.
So those went back in up top. And then, yeah, so those were the two big changes.
Okay.
One was a little math thing, one was just like upping the goals a little bit.
So Patty, based on your question last week, so I don't know if you have this in front of you.
He does it. I didn't
Okay.
email it.
The Friends of the Library last week that you were questioning was $750. Now it's $1,200.
Yeah. And so it's a conversation we'll have with them going forward about how we want to manage that. That line may very well be able to increase more in the future. We don't know. And then, before the official town report is due, we'll bring you like a project rundown of all the project expenses, and then you'll see there also a lot Friends of the Library and how they've contributed on that end. But this is just specifically how they contribute directly to the budget, the operating budget.
And then the fundraising line item last time was $8,200. Now it's $11,650, and that's what Crystal was talking about, kind of the double dipping thing.
Yeah. So that is, so those are the basics. So, and I know Carl and Sean, I guess, weren't here, and I don't know, Sean, maybe you have more questions. You probably don't have questions. I don't know. You saw this before, I think. This has not been, but the bottom line is the same, so that we're figuring it's good. So I don't know if you guys had any other questions, although you don't have it in front of you, so it's not a fair ask. But
the other main question that I don't know if it was a question or just something that Jenny, you brought up is, so you guys budgeted for a 5% raise, and the town currently is working under a 3% raise townwide. That would be the thing.
Yes, that's true. That is just mostly due to the fact that the library staff are just, as far as the low end of the state average for those positions, they still fall below that. And so we're just trying to get them up to even the low end of the state average for their positions for towns of this size. So it's apples to apples comparison, and they're still falling below that. So we're just trying to do what we can to get them up to that low end. Just because if we had to replace them, which you all know, we'd be looking at something much, much higher than where they're at.
Sure.
So we're trying to avoid that situation. So it is a little higher than the town has decided on, but it's for that specific reason. And there are jobs available in this immediate area for those positions for a much higher rate of pay. So we're just trying to keep people. All right.
Let's go to the meeting from now.
What's that? Sorry, Carl.
Let's start the meeting. We're well after 7.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna leave off there at the library line 130508.
Do you guys want this emailed? I can email it to you if that would be helpful, or
Sure. Yeah.
okay,
Thank you.
I can send it to you tonight.
Just a quick suggestion. I think you can just put in your 10,000 in municipal transfer reserve, 5,000 in property maintenance, and 200 in conservation commission, and call that whole category done.
10,000. 5,000.
And instead of moving on and having to go back and revisit it.
So
Yeah.
just copy what last year's was. 10,000, 5,000, skipping whatever this one is, energy grant, and then Conservation Commission, $200. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Another one bites the dust. Okay. Moving right along. Let me minimize that.
Have you guys decided about when you'll meet the next week? If you already, if you haven't, it's fine, but
We
is
have
there,
not.
you haven't, okay. I'll look for that. I don't have any other library visits.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah, thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Thank
Merry
you,
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Got everybody in there still.
Okay. On to the 7 o'clock public meeting at 7:09.
There's fudge and cookies in that container on the table, you guys. We'd like to
Okay.
see them go away.
Thank you, Patty. I will take the lid off.
You have my mailing address, right? You could just send them over.
We didn't budget for the
There
postage.
weren't, there aren't enough for you, Sean. We've been eating them for 2 days.
That's for the best, actually, I think.
All right. Did Carl step out or where's he at?
Stepped out.
Please.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
Okay,
Right.
calling this public meeting to order at 7:10. Again, we have roll call, Terry and Carl Haynes of the Select Board, and Jenny Treasurer, with Patty Kenyon, Sean Ruck, and Isaac Yackel on Zoom. I probably made that all confusing for you, Terry.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. I've already got it, and we're
Okay, thanks.
not doing it twice. We go.
Yep. Okay. For additions and deletions to the agenda,
Yeah.
I don't know that Carl wants
we'll-
to step back in for that, but one addition, I guess, would be credit card policy. I haven't done anything to that yet, Patty, but I will work on that for next regular meeting, an addendum to add to the credit card policy.
Yeah, we've got a couple things. You may have it on here. I don't think we want to act on a proposed change, a proposed date for the informational meeting.
Yes. Oh, and I also talked with Nina, Juanita Birchclay
Oh, good.
about, yeah.
Good. And then I have a nice note or just a suggestion, a couple things to talk about. We want to discuss the town report, possible cover, and if we want to do some tributes to a few people.
Mhm.
So we want to talk about that tonight too.
Okay. Okay. Should we just keep moving on down without Carl here? Did he just step out for fresh air?
Yeah, you're just out talking about something.
Okay. So we can probably approve the minutes with the three of us here of the December 11th regular meeting.
Yeah, what's anybody's pleasure? I don't know. I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay. Hearing any further comment?
I feel like I never did comment. I just gotta say I always appreciate Terry's note taking, that it is very much in Terry's voice when we have the spelling out of NOT as a separate and things like that. I appreciate reading those.
You're very welcome to put it in Sean's voice if you'd like.
No, I sincerely appreciate it. I enjoy it.
I'm just,
I enjoy it way too much to step on that, Terry.
I have a suggested addition, which I thought we talked about at length, and that was regarding, the, talking about Marcel versus Champlain oil.
Mhm.
I took the time to talk about it at the meeting, and I would just appreciate it being in minutes.
yeah, I put in what I can, and
I
minutes
didn't-
are shorthand or a note of
Mhm.
whatever. We don't get every possible discussion, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. With that being said, I will, all those in favor of approving the minutes as written?
Aye.
Aye. Any members of the public there with us today? Any public comment?
While you were outside, Carl, we talked
Oh,
about, I don't know if you had any additions. We talked about, we want to work a little bit or talk about the town report cover and any possible memorials if we do any. Some of those have kind of gotten out of hand because I think we're up to 11 now. Is that right, Patty? But anyway, we can talk about that a little later. I don't know if you've had
I
anything.
do believe we should take a minute for personnel too.
Yeah, I figured probably. Okay.
I will preface, I'll tell you, I do not feel that I'm in a space where I can do I have enough privacy for an executive session without people overhearing me. I think I'll have to excuse myself if we go into executive session.
It would be very short.
Okay. All right. Okay. We had a couple other things, but we'll be talking about them as we go. All right, so on to town officers' reports. Patty, do you have anything from the town clerk?
No, I don't have anything formal. Nope.
Okay, great. Jenny, anything as treasurer?
No,
All right,
You want
thank
to weigh in, or is this a good point for the changing of the date?
Perfect.
You
Yes.
had the rental form Patty's already filled out for the multipurpose room for February 23rd, which is a Monday, I believe, the week before actual town meeting. Is that right? Or a week before the Monday, 8
Yeah.
days before
8 days before.
Yeah, it's just a week earlier than normal informational meeting. And
Right.
yeah, we have the room, we can have, there's no fee. I got an email from the principal apologizing.
Great. Thank you,
So
Patty.
anyway,
We've talked about this a couple of times on a couple of different meetings, and I will move that we adopt this date for our informational meeting, February 23rd, 2026, which is Monday, just a week earlier than what we have normally done.
I'll second.
Great. Motion has been made and seconded. Any further comment? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Patty, for your work on that.
What time?
Oh,
6:30 is the
6:30?
time we've been doing, 6:30.
6:30. Same
And so
time.
I,
just different day.
once you have all your warning and all that done, I will begin publicizing and making sure that that is as prominent as possible in today's society. People don't read, people don't pay attention, but we'll do the best we can.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
But I appreciate having that wiggle room and leeway of
Mhm.
stress relief. I appreciate the stress relief.
Anything we can do, Patty. Was there, so with the other things on the list. Should we talk more about the town report right now, Terry?
It probably, yeah, it might be a good time, seeing how Patty is still on. Probably be a good time, yes.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go soon to have my dinner.
Yep,
Yeah.
sounds
Let
nice.
me just read quick. Elizabeth left a note for us. And she's putting the town report together, as everybody knows.
Mhm.
Town report 2026, select board decisions, contributions. Report from the select board. We need a written and submitted by the select board chair or another member. We always do a kind of a synopsis of the year. We're probably not going to get one from Herb. He was here for half a year. Robin has been chair for a short time, so probably not going to get one from him. I can take a stab at it if you want, unless
This is a synopsis of the select board or of the town at large.
just the select board and what has
Okay.
gone on in town for the
Okay,
prior year.
gotcha.
I've done it
I
before.
could take a stab at that, Terry, if you want.
You're welcome to if you'd like to.
Sure. That would be due the same time the town, everything else is, right? January.
January 9th is yeah, so you want to pass it by the board
Okay.
or let us see it before that. Take
Yeah.
a look at, a couple of prior reports if you
Sure.
need an idea for things. We've had quite a few changing of the guard, so to speak, with, Bill's retirement and
Yep.
new highway crew, all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cover photo. We were talking about some of this. We might want to consider a town landscape picture rather than a building or person. We've gone away from people the last couple of years, which I think is good. And we've covered most of our buildings. We covered this building, of course, and last year we covered the site of what will be the new library. Patty had a great picture, I think, of a couple of lawn chairs underneath the tree. And I think she said it was actually at the library, but it doesn't matter where it is. It's just a nice little photo. Very inviting, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one, I think. But
So both the photos that I showed Terry today came from the photo gallery on the town's new website.
Mhm.
So anyone can scroll through there, see if there's something that they think will translate well to black and white and, fit the cover. We looked at a few options, but that one stood out to us in terms of simplicity. We thought we'd get a good transition to black and white and so
Where is the gallery?
if you look let's see here. Under community, it's the bottom
Great.
menu
Yep.
item.
Got it.
there were some other great photos there, but with some dark clouds and so on, and then some colors to try to get it to black and white.
Was this the one you were
Wouldn't
talking about, Barry?
transition. Yes.
I see it. Okay. Have we done the gazebo at the Mineral Springs Park? I like that one a lot too.
Done that years ago. I don't know
Okay.
if we've done it lately, but
Interesting. The chairs, it's just a little nondescript, could be anywhere is the only.
right. Well, that could be good. That
That's
could
the
be bad.
point.
That's the point.
That's the point. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so, we don't need to actually decide, but just keep that in mind because we've got to do these decisions pretty soon.
Okay.
Point going on, tribute on the inside cover. We think we want to pare it down from the 11 folks that we know we've lost, and we want to do, some of the townspeople that have really been involved with the town. Bill Reed, for example, we lost Bobby Parker, we lost Deb, we lost John Weatherhog, who was a town officer. And we don't want to inadvertently, leave anybody out, but we don't want to or make it a popularity contest or anything like that. But anyway, if we put anybody in there that is passed, we need to contact them, contact their family, get their permission. So that's just a couple. Patty gave us a list, and I don't have it in front of me now, but there was 10 or 11 different people.
It should be in your correspondence folder, Terry. I left it in there.
Yeah,
Is there
It's
a
10
reason?
people and then there's a new one. And so, yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, logistically, there's no way the person or even you all cannot contact all those families and get information and photos from them.
Yeah,
By the time you,
it's just getting too much out of hand. Yeah, so there was 11 people.
Mhm.
So we think, if we listed the 2 or 3, if they're willing, and then we could write a short piece and list everyone if they want to be listed. So
yeah,
that
I'm not in favor of listing everyone because that's something that the clerks have been trying to get away from, for privacy reasons. But
right.
I think that the few that you can call out and get permission from family members to put something in, or a small short tribute is good.
Mhm.
Even that can be difficult to get from family members. So sometimes Terry will write something so that it's not just a call out of the obituary or something like that. It's something about the town.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah,
Okay. Well, so of the list there, Terry, is there 3 or 4 names that like?
Well, for instance, there's also Kathy Doyle,
Mhm.
who was on the Conservation Commission for a good number of years. Deb House, we mentioned, Tom Hercom, lived at the top of North Street for a good many years. We got Bobby Parker,
Mhm.
Denise Rhodes, Louis Siemens, that has camps way up North Street, but owned the property right next to the old library, the existing library.
Mhm.
Joe Saliski, who's down in the pit there opposite the sand pits on your way out of town. John Weatherhog, who of course he was a trustee of public funds.
Mhm.
And just last week or 2 weeks ago, John Fitzgerald. Don Beltwell from up on Dudley Road. And Paul Dancero. So there's quite a bunch.
Yeah.
and one of the things that I will say is that I believe that the Conservation Commission will have a tribute to Kathy in their piece.
Oh,
Because
good.
they put a report in, so that can be covered by them potentially. So that could narrow down your piece a little bit. They're gonna, highlight the dedication of the trail that they did to her.
Hi.
That would be good.
All right. That's me, huh? Okay. All right, everybody. I'm sorry, but I have to be logging off here. My little baby just showed up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
sorry for that.
Elizabeth had January 9th is the deadline for submissions to the report. So
Merry
can be-
Christmas, Isaac.
Thank you,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas,
Merry Christmas,
Isaac.
everybody. Say hi, little pie
Merry
Nick.
Christmas, everybody.
This is gonna be
Merry-
on recording.
Hey,
Everyone could
Gabby,
visit
Merry
her.
Christmas. Oh, look at you.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas,
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Night.
Good night.
yeah.
Now you're in charge, Terry.
Okay, we're gonna move right along then. Where were we at? Town report. Anything else on town report you can think of, Patty?
Not offhand right now. I mean, Elizabeth had anyone who has pictures that they might want to be in, Elizabeth's looking for photos, from events or whatever. that's, we're gonna be getting on that, all that stuff soon, so. Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, if you're good, then we'll go to town treasurer, Jenny.
Nothing to report.
You're just here for the fun of it?
Exactly.
You just wanted to join us? Oh, thank you. Hey, we are moving along. No, thank you for your help with the budget and everything else. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Highways.
Well, the bad news is the backhoe's got a problem.
Got that noise, I didn't know what it was.
The vibration that he had, they came, they changed a seal, and they took oil samples, and the results of the oil samples are that there's something coming apart in the rear end.
Ooh,
So, he was going to try to get a hold of DJ today to truck it to Springfield. They asked that it is not driven. If we have to use it in the yard, use it sparingly. And so I suggested moving it Monday. They have 2 empty bays as of yesterday, but they're gone tomorrow and Thursday, but they'll be back Friday. So it's at our expense to move it, but everything's covered under warranty
repairs.
supposedly.
Okay.
So it may be days or it may be weeks. So that's that. He just got done servicing the loader and so that should be all good to go to load the trucks with. David Wright and the Historical Society had somebody come look at the wall on the town garage. He contacted Robin, and Robin communicated back. So Chuck did meet with him Saturday, so to let him in to look at the wall. And David has a bunch of questions wanting to know if we have a funding question going on the ballot this year for the new highway garage and when it's going to start, and that he had asked Robin. So nothing that we know about. The congestion on Schoolhouse Hill has grown into more of an issue. The principal called me. I've talked to her. I got back into town on a Friday afternoon. So I counted 30 cars coming off from Schoolhouse Hill at dismissal, and I might have missed some because the first one was at the Four Corners that I counted. So 30 cars come off the hill, apparently picking up kids, and there was still another 17 parked in the parking lot up there. So I talked to her after that again. So our discussion was the possibility of having the parents of the 8 pre-K students that are discharged out of the upstairs of the new park on the basketball court to pick up them kids. And that would take possibly 8 of the cars, of the 30 cars, out of the lineup up the hill and make them stationary there. So at first she tried putting up cones to limit the traffic coming out of line after they got their kids and coming back down because of the safety factor, but I see that only happened one day. So previously we had gone down and looked at the West Street property and seeing how somehow to set up a washing station down there. I'm looking for an insulated box trailer, box truck, something to use to store stuff in, if that's possible. So by the looks of the weather, it's not gonna happen this fall. Robert thinks we need to take the green truck to Rutland to wash it before anybody tests with it, so the inspector doesn't get dirty on it. And I told him I didn't think we needed to take it to Rutland to wash it, the underneath of the truck, that we could find a way to wash it here.
I would hope so.
So,
Yeah.
that takes care of that. We have had quite a substantial use of salt on West Street. I think we have budgeted for, I think it was around 5 loads, tandem loads of salt to use this year. And the second load has already been delivered. So Chuck is concerned about cutting back on salt use. So,
Carl, he's concerned that he doesn't want to cut back, or is he concerned so he's looking at, because I remember
look
before the season
to
started,
not to apply it the second time.
okay,
Once you applied it in the beginning of the storm, let the traffic clear the road from the center out instead of reapplying it after the fact again to try to see how it worked. All depends upon the storm, the weather.
right?
But,
Because I remember, before the season started, that he was kind of mentioning somebody in a different town that was like, he's like, oh, they never use salt there, and that's where he kind of, I thought that's where he kind of sat.
well,
He was
that's
like,
mixing with the sand,
yeah,
that they don't add any salt to the sand.
okay,
We added 65 ton with our sand pile this year of salt
okay,
in the sand. But this is the straight salt that we use on North Street, and West Street.
okay,
That
got it.
we've already gone through close to 30 ton already this year.
Alrighty.
So, at $98 a ton. So it adds up quick on that little road. So I talked to him about the Garen Road project, measured that out from the top of the first corner on top of the hill past Glenn's down to South Street. It's about just shy of 0.6 of a mile. So it's about 3,000 feet. So material is times 12 times 3,000. So you'd be looking at somewhere around $35,000 just for material to do that project if we're trucking it all from Casellas. So we're still working on what else would be included. I asked him to consider that at this point in time, if he knew of any other projects that we needed to look at budgeting for this year for next summer work. So, and I've also asked him sometime, I want to say the 2nd of February, maybe the date, to a grant for safety equipment, quote unquote. So guardrails, any of that stuff that could qualify for grants from 5,000 to 50,000, I do believe is what I read. So, in the past, we've had some discussion about guardrails on West Street from Coy Hill toward Pulteney Way. I mentioned that to him, but there's some places that would need to be addressed on the side of the river before you put the guardrails in. So I don't know if that's an option to apply for that. I don't know what the window is to when it has to be used by. So that's something else that we're looking at. The green truck is still, unless it came back today from Rutland, is still getting the springs replaced on it. The springs were supposed to be in last week, so he's having the 1-ton serviced when he picks up the green truck. So like I said, they do fit that in. And I think that's I think that's it for that.
Just a question. When the guys assess the roads in the morning, do they take a chainsaw with them? That's something I meant to ask that sooner, but I'd like to see them take a chainsaw. There's a lot of times where you have a relatively small limb or something, and you could just cut it up, throw it out of the road rather than come all the way back, grab the backhoe, which is not going to be used for a while, and then just go up and push it out of the way. We get a lot of miles on the backhoe unnecessarily that way. And especially now if you just have the big loader. But anyway, they could just carry a chainsaw. And I'm not talking big trees. I wouldn't expect them to have to, bust their back on a big tree, great huge tree. But usually a lot of times they're relatively small.
On that note, we need we probably don't need it, but we need to buy another chainsaw. The one we have, once it gets wet, it stops working. So they were trying to cut a tree on the avenue the other day and got halfway through the project and it got wet and they had to bring it back, set it beside the stove to dry it out. And back in November, the day I went out and checked the roads with him with the chainsaw, because the chainsaw had quit on him that day too, because it was raining. So he asked me the other day on whether we could buy another chainsaw. He just says, we don't need anything big. We just need something that we can handle, because most of it's all smaller stuff or brush to do.
Right.
So
by all means, go buy a chainsaw.
A 271. I checked the prices over Nobles on steels, but he says steels are extremely heavy saws, weight wise, compared, for a somewhat commercial was $539 for the 271, and the 291 was $599. So we're looking at possibly around $600 purchase, but we normally have done business with Whites and Danby for chainsaw stuff. I don't know what brand he handles.
Yes, Husky. I don't know what else, but I think the one we have is a Husky.
Okay. Well, I know we had, so I think we should buy it where we can get it worked out.
Yes.
Instead of going to the
either White
five and dime hardware store where
yeah, and it's usually a different saw also that you get. It's a more industrial saw that you get from a GT Supply or Gerald White or somebody, as opposed to a hardware store that sells a homeowner version.
GT
or Garland Agway.
Yeah.
He has Husky. He has steel. Yeah, and we had a problem. I don't know if they stopped carrying it. We had a problem with a former employee that would throw the saw in the back of the truck and just leave it and exposed to salt and so on. And that shortens the life expectancy pretty quickly. But if they just took the saw with them in the morning, take it out.
I know I've seen it laying in the back of the 1-ton when we had a tailgate on it. So that's.
And they do, usually they'll come with a case also, or
yeah,
you can get a case. But anyway, it shouldn't be left in the truck where it's exposed to sand and salt. That shortens the life expectancy considerably. But yeah, I'd say buy a saw. We need another saw.
So we'll start when you need it.
Yeah, nothing more frustrated than you. By the time you get started, you're all tired out.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Any questions on highways for Carl while he's here? Are we good? Okay, we'll move on. Town office updates. Town lands, town office. We don't need to act on it tonight, but we have the report on all the different plants from last time or a couple of times ago. And I think everybody got that electronically, is that right? I know Peter sent them to me anyway.
Yes, a lot of emails.
Yeah, a lot.
The proposals for the funding.
Yeah, proposed plantings and so on, and just something to keep in mind. Other than that, we've already had the library. Don't have anything else on town office.
As far as we know, we've heard nothing on West Street still.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Nothing with the old cemetery. Okay, moving on. Solid waste, the new 55-gallon drum or 50-gallon drum, whatever the heck it is, the new battery collection process is underway. I don't know if anybody's seen it or not, but it's just a barrel and it's got a bunch of flame retardant material like vermiculite or something. I don't know what it is, but flame retardant material you put in the bottom, you put your batteries in, and then you just keep layering it. You cover up your bodies. Everything can go in there, even the ones that catch fire. They're lithium ion and everything.
Is it stored outside?
No, it's in one of
The
the
sheds.
It's undercover. It's in the electronic shed. So that's pretty cool. And they go at least once a year, but we seem to collect quite a few batteries, so I suspect we'll fill it, especially putting the materials on it and stuff, but pretty cool process.
Excited.
Yes.
They pick it up.
They pick it up, goes FedEx, which is surprising because you take a 55-gallon drum full of batteries. I don't know how many pounds that's going to weigh, but I've gotten 77 pounds in one of those little boxes one time.
Yeah.
So that's going to be potentially 500 or 600 pounds, I would think. But I don't know, but that's part of the process. Other than that, we did have an incident at the transfer station where Isaac slipped on the ice a couple of weeks ago, that Saturday morning when we had 2-3 inches of snow or whatever. Fell down and scratched up his elbow pretty good, whatever. So I asked Amanda to fill out an incident report. So it's documented.
Okay.
And Isaac filled one out and Amanda filled one out. Back up just for a second, back to highways. Pete's Tire Barn has sent us a letter saying that effective 1/1/2026, they're not going to send paper invoices anymore. It's going to be fully electronic, and if we want a paper invoice, it's going to be $10 charge to generate and mail it. So just need to be aware of that. It's pretty good. Generate and mail it. That's funny. They already generated, obviously.
So Terry, they're gonna need someone's email they need us to provide an email address to them.
Okay,
To
probably.
send the email to. So whether or not, I mean, I get the ones from Marcel's, I get the ones from whatever, but someone needs to communicate with them. And they can come in my email and I'll print them.
Oh, yeah, so you're good with that still coming to your attention
that's fine.
You could print it and then Carl can review it, and then of course Jenny can review it.
Yeah, so yeah, the procedure is last, so that Patty, so we have another set of eyes come
Right,
on it besides just me.
right.
So Carl, if you're gonna contact them, fine. If not, put it in the correspondence folder with a note and I will contact them.
Okay. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in incident. I'll give that back to you, Patty. Thank you. Other correspondence, we got a bunch here. Well, not a bunch, but. I'm gonna keep that note from. Okay, oh, solid waste, while we're still on solid waste. We have another bounce check.
So
And
that person bounced the check last year at the same time. So when it bounces, I get notification from the bank, then I redeposit it. And then it bounced again, same thing happened last year, and I don't think we ever got payment back. But I'm wondering if we could just ask Amanda not to, accept the check.
He paid it,
He paid
He
it
did
last
pay it?
year, yeah. Well, that's good.
because I talked to him, before I took the document down to her, he'd already been there and gave her the money that morning. And she put the $20 with it.
And we don't get dinged with the bank anymore with that, years ago, they used to
Yeah,
charge us $15 plus the person
Exactly.
$15, so a $20 check ended up.
yeah. I think, because we have so much money in there and we've got a good relationship, they don't charge us, but it is kind of a pain in the neck.
It was a pain in the ass for sure.
From an accounting point of view too.
Right, oh God, yeah. You know,
So, but I didn't know that we got paid $20, I guess, in cash, so you can take that. Was it cash borrowed, you think, or a check?
I gave her the slip that we had that day.
So,
I think
yeah.
it was cash. I think he came in he gave her cash and she probably made a note on the sheet like that.
okay. All right,
Okay, I think we've talked about these already. The note from Pete's Tire Burn. We have, same as last year. The appropriation request from American Red Cross, $250, same as last year. The report and appropriation request from Pulteney Meadow Natural Resources Conservation District, $500, same as last year. The Rutland County tax, we already discussed, was 0.00524 on the grand list. We've got your rental form here, Patty, which will be, I'll leave in the correspondence folder.
Beautiful. Thank you, Terry.
We got the Vermont Center for Independent Living. Which I haven't documented yet. Vermont Center for Independent Living. $100. Which is same as last year. And the contract from Rutland County Sheriff. Our report. Oh, I wish we could get this on a monthly basis. That's a whole different story. Total yearly department. That's not Middletown. Anyway, a report for the year from the Rutland County Sheriff. Oh, and it's not a funding request yet.
No, it's just simply the report to go in the town report.
Yeah, usually he asks if we want it, and I always say that we want it this time of year because we're doing our budget, even though it's, doesn't take effect until July 1. But that's just a report. I'll try to remember to send him a note. And I think that's it. And as far as correspondence, are we all good? Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, Terry, I'm sorry. When the chamber people came to see you, chambers,
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a request from them. Are they going to give us a request? Did they indicate that? It wasn't in the paperwork.
I thought it was, but
I didn't see the request in the paperwork I had.
okay. No,
Because what I got is on the table behind you that had no letter or request in it.
I believe it's probably all the same. It was, boy, somewhere I saw it. It was just $1 per person. I think it was $754.
I want to say 730.
740.
I think what we did last year was to just put it at 745 or 750. I don't remember what it was, but I don't have the letter. I don't have a letter from them. So
I believe it's in the minutes, and I believe we put it right in our budget when we talked about it last week.
So I wondered if I looked through your appropriations folder and I didn't find it to see if there was a real letter there that with the request. I mean,
I thought because it wasn't a oh no, I'm sorry, if it's not changed, we just don't have to vote on it as a town. Never mind. Sorry.
yeah, I mean it's just trying to get the information for Elizabeth to, comes with a little bit of a report. It comes by email so that it's easy. I just haven't seen any of that.
Yeah.
Terry, Rutland Regional Planning, $1 per capita, $7.94. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And it's under correspondence, so you must have something.
Well, no, that's not it's not the Rutland Regional Planning. It's
no, not Rutland Regional.
Chamber of Economic Development for the Rutland region.
Red C.
It's the Cedar people.
CEDRR.
Right.
I don't know if it's.
Here it is. Well, they're requesting, they said it verbally, support in the form of $1 per capita or $745.
There you go. Thank you.
Last year.
Did you hear that, Patty?
I hear it, but I still need somebody I need a real request. I mean.
You need written rather than oral.
Yeah, really. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just how it's always been. Our policy is to have a written request, not a.
Oh,
so.
Okay. There's our calls. Yeah.
I'll make myself a note to email someone over there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, their report is here. Their report is in their folder, their annual report. Probably not broken out. Probably not broken out specifically for Middletown, so I don't know how we want to proceed with that, but it's a multi-page little pamphlet here. And yeah, they presented in person, so.
Well, they always presented in person, but they also would send us a letter after the fact with the recap. But it's a new person, so I just need to bother them.
Patty, did you see on the sheriff's report that it does have Middletown broken out?
I put the sheriff's report to go to Elizabeth for the town report.
Yeah, but in the bottom part of their county report, it also shows Middletown's activity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to pay attention to that. That's your job. My job is to make sure Elizabeth gets what all the pieces and parts she needs. And so I just copy and paste and email and put on a USB or whatever needs to happen. But I do print it for you guys so you can see it printed. And you may have noticed that when I got it, but I don't recall for sure. But yeah,
Yeah, it
she'll
does have a little,
she'll figure all that out.
yeah, it does have a little blurb down at the bottom of the star that in the town of Middletown Springs, we investigated 66 calls for service. They included 34 traffic stops, 4 service for trespass orders, 2 thefts, 1 fraud, 1 welfare check, 2 VIN inspections, 1 arrest, 18 tickets, 23 warnings, and 2 animal complaints.
And none of those were me.
And that's from July 1, 24 to June 30, 25.
You sure some of the complaints weren't garbage?
Well, let's hope that none of the complaints were about me. I don't know.
I think that's it on correspondence. We have the Fulton Meadow, Vermont Center, Independent Living, Rotten County Sheriff Report. And the incidents of the this was, I guess that was anyway. Oh, and I forgot to ask Isaac. I think he said he had talked with Nita, but we didn't catch him soon enough to see what the. So we still had the audit. Audit.
Oh, you mean any updates on that? You mean getting those questions answered, or?
I do not know. He mentioned he had called her, but.
All right, we're on the signing. I can turn over Catalea to Ellie for a few minutes and make a quick. Well, I don't know about how quick of a drive down the roads were lousy coming back from you guys, so so I will sign off here and make my way down and get some stuff signed there.
Okay, thank you, Sean.
All right, see you shortly.
Very good. So we will move on to board orders. Started.
All right, I'm gonna sign off too. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, Patty. Thank you.
Make sure you take care of those sweets. Oh, well, Sean's coming. It'll all be done.
Yeah, I have one.
Good job, Jenny.
Gotta help.
Take care of those. What did you say?
The treats,
Oh, treats.
cookies and the fudge.
Oh.
Patty made the cookies, Elizabeth made the fudge. I think that's how.
I was gonna ask if we were all set on our time sheets, hopefully.
They're getting there.
Okay. Long as we're, hopefully we're
Yeah,
making progress.
making progress.
Making
Still room
progress.
for
There.
improvement, but, yeah. They're in there.
Well, I think like you said before, they had all of September and whatever under the process shouldn't have changed other than
Mm-hmm.
punching a time clock. I mean, the form didn't change significantly, so.
It didn't change.
No.
Just the verbiage at the top a little bit. Yeah, it's bigger deal than it needed to be.
Well, it looks like we had 4 ton of trash. It cost us $523.
Yeah, it's usually $100 and something a ton. And the $200 pull fee.
So around. So it'd be around $130 a ton.
Yeah,
So
probably.
265, 520 for 4 ton.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think it was 123 for a while. I think
And
it
our
was
single stream rate,
130.
our single stream rate of for recyclables is 128. So it's
Yep. A lot of times.
about $8 cheaper for trash than it is to recycle.
I was gonna say, usually, and it has been historically for a few years, it is trash is cheaper than recycling.
And we don't get anything back anymore, do we have anything?
Yeah. No, the only thing we do get is a little money back on is electronics. You can, some towns have, you can charge for recycling now. And sadly, you never know how much really gets recycled.
Yeah, what really happens to it.
And a little iffy,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
They bale cardboard, I do believe, and there is some market for that.
Yeah, but even that's not, you get a thing every month and it's not as good as what. For a while, it was very attractive. You'd think it would be too with the amount of cardboard they generate. Everything comes via Amazon and whatnot, it's.
You would think they could recycle some of that.
Yeah. Let's do it. Did the information meeting.
Oh, I wonder about, well, Isaac's not here, another budget meeting. Yeah.
Yes, I'm anticipating Tuesday of next week. I meant to catch him when he was signing off, but he went pretty quick.
Well, was it the 30th?
That's the 30th, yes.
When's he going to be back?
I don't know. I don't remember when Robin was back either.
Robin told me it's funny. He's back. So you can attend the 30th, just be jet lagged.
Yeah, you don't want to, but yeah, that would be good.
Mhm.
I'm planning on that. I'll send him an email. Then I'll see if he can email back.
7?
Yeah, why not? 7 for 2 hours.
Well, anyway, we did plan the budget was the maintenance, outside here. We continued to fund that 5,000.
For this building?
Yeah. So lawn care, plowing and sanding and shoveling.
Yeah.
So we might be able to look at that. Seeing how the town plowing it.
Oh, right.
And that's something that really quickly went over that.
Right. Yeah, that's all under utilities and maintenance, I believe, right? Plowing, lawn mowing. I guess it's working out about right so far. I haven't heard otherwise.
I looked at the sheets here. Some days she's had an hour, but
Yeah, I think she's kept after the sidewalks and. John, you gotta help us eat the cookies and fudge and stuff too. It's part of your.
Yeah.
It's part of your duties.
Take it home to your family if they put this finished, because nobody's gonna be here.
Seems how you made the trip all the way down.
How are the roads? Slippy or?
Yeah, not great, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's more than an inch of,
well, the dusting, you mean?
yeah, there's, on the way back from Rutland, they were saying it's gonna be like an inch. No, I don't think so.
No.
Right around the freezing mark, it's coming down pretty fast.
No.
I don't know. town property maintenance.
What's that?
We're looking for town property maintenance.
No, I'm looking for the appropriations from all the different. You got a couple millions tonight. Then society. Couple of them.
Supposedly the state has made some decision on reduced maintenance on this road for the winter, so,
They had.
yeah.
I figure all the potholes and things will just
Yeah.
give people.
One of the employees, managers started passing tests. Oh, somebody from Middletown that will have less maintenance this morning.
So these newer time car, the ones from. You know, newer one?
Some of the old ones, some of the new ones.
Alright, so these are the old ones, but they have the times,
Yeah, that, I've done that one.
but did that need to happen on these two then, or?
The only thing,
Just here and then having it, okay. Okay,
what's been used.
okay.
They're good at working on weekends. I've seen them on Sunday mornings. I mean, how many times? Plowing a bear. All I see is sparks. I figure it must be overtime.
I don't know if it's because of lack of help or.
The jump on land records, isn't it? But,
Well, that's all,
is that just one person maybe coming in for a bunch of days or?
well, she's doing all the, putting it on the computer.
Oh, I just meant, but that's, isn't, Elizabeth, like, that's somebody, oh, that's her putting them, oh, I thought that was land record requests, like,
No,
there's somebody
no,
sitting here.
She's
She's scanning it all in.
digitizing all.
Got it. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I was just like, Amazon's looking to buy the town or something.
No, they have a distribution center close to us.
Yeah, well,
I don't know where the hell they found the people to run it down there,
I
but
know.
we went by last night and I couldn't believe.
I don't know how many people they have running them anymore now. They're starting to automate everything, so it's less and less attractive to have them come into a place because it's less and less jobs that they're offering as they get their tax breaks, you know.
The amount of people they got out there delivering right now. They had cars parked all over down there in the yard. Even on the other side of the tractor trailers, they had probably 25 cars parked over there.
But me and you know they probably got kind of
On
a
Sunday morning.
tax incentive to come in there. And
7 days a week.
I get my students like kicked off when I so I don't really go into I didn't look at the Bezos stuff, but I look up like Elon Musk and I drop my pen and I pick it up and like Elon Musk just made $1,600 just now. me dropping my pen and being like, what? I'm like, yeah, he'll make more than I'll earn in my lifetime by the end of today or something like that.
It's unreal.
Like nobody should be like that. Like, no. You do something about it, then I'm too tired.
But don't forget me when you go.
Right. Also have discussions with like, oh, the jackpot's like $1 billion. You're gonna play like, no. Like I don't play when it's $1 million, but I'd be pretty happy to win that. But like, why would I rush out that like if I'm not doing $1 million, why am I doing $1 billion? I'm not gonna win one way or the other. So I'll be a winner by saving my $2. But I think that
Can't win if you don't play. That's
but you know,
the
it's
only
funny
thing we
though
know
that
for
like
sure.
everybody will, oh, it's $1 billion, I'll rush out. It's like, why would you have turned your nose up at $1 million? Like, why? Shouldn't you be playing then too?
Million, you know, not for 540,000.
Yeah, I still have to show up at work.
That's like a teacher's
Yeah.
salary.
When did you go to school?
Yeah, it's criminal to get less than half. And that's not even, I don't even think that's taxes, then you just get less than half if you take it in a lump sum. And then you pay taxes. That's absurd.
Someplace they had posted what it was for cash takeout after taxes. And it was just a little over half, which I thought was not true. I thought it was half minus taxes.
Yeah, because it's really misleading.
Turning this out.
We are, Sean, planning on Tuesday next week, budget. Just for 2 hours, 7 to 9.
What day is that?
Today, Tuesday.
What day? What?
Oh, 30th.
Are the schools closed? Like from
Yeah.
now or tomorrow until?
No, schools are, it's a long break.
Yeah, really cold, closed this week?
They close on, I was a half day for students on Friday. And then we're not back until the 5th, actually, because New Year's is Thursday.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, I would think we would have been back Friday, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We're off on Friday for whatever reason. So then
Good.
the weekend carries through. So
Good. Almost like a college break.
yeah, it is a long break, which is good. I don't get caught up on my reading. Yeah. Oh, I got a doctor's appointment. That's just got a text reminder today. 30th. $3:30. We still had a personnel thing that we're gonna go to executive
Correct.
session on.
No,
Quick second.
quick session. Okay. I believe we've all seen the invoices, financials. Let's take a
I'll move the pay orders.
Well, second that.
Sure, everything got signed.
Yeah,
Okay, stuck
double
together.
check. Motion made and duly seconded to sign the orders as presented. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carried, thank you. Legal, anything legal or illegal? Hopefully not. Any other business need to come before the board?
I'll move into executive session for personnel issue. Short now.
And I've got 8:26, is that close? Oh, I got
8:29.
8:29. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas and good night.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
So on 30th, what time was it?
7.
So it is 7 o'clock. I like this.
Okay, I will move to exit executive session at
9.
9 PM.
On the dot.
Motion made, seconded, Sean. Our action of executive session is that the board is going to request current copies of our highway employees' licenses. And all in favor? Everyone in favor. Motion carried. Other than that,
Move to adjourn.
move to adjourn. Thank you. Oh, and our next meeting will be Tuesday, December 30th, 7 PM for 2-hour budget.
I will do my best. It is tricky. A lot of Jody stayed with Sam for his game tonight. The frustrating, the JV's got to stay for the varsity.
Oh,
So
Exactly. River.
yeah, so like last time, his game was over at like 6:30 or whatever, but we didn't leave till 9.